am glad that I see this movie before the year ends, because that way I am ending my year with a fantastic movie. This piece of art is beyond my expectation in a lot of ways, and I cannot wait to tell you guys more about it. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Myra and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Myra and I make movie reviews and trailer reactions. And sometimes my tongue doesn't even work. I make movie reviews and trailer reactions and a lot of things in between. Usually it has something to do with fandom, movies, and TV series. And if you like what you see, don't forget to click that bell button besides my subscribe button so you will be notified if I upload something new. Never thought that I could be so in love with an animation movie until I saw Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. Not only that the storyline is impeccable with almost no loopholes, the details, the artistic details on this movie is so amazing. And even more so when they manage to incorporate multiverse into their red line, which is not an easy thing to do. I mean, having a story with just one universe sometimes, makes you having a headache. Imagine if you have a story with a lot of universes. I'll try not to fangirl too much as I tell you a little bit of the synopsis before I start with the movie review. It began with the story of Miles Morales, an ordinary teen with an extraordinary future that awaits him, only he is not too keen to meet everyone else's high expectation of him, even though in reality he could do that. With a policeman father and a nurse mother, it could be a doctor. If I'm wrong with the mother's job, please let me know. All Miles ever wanted was to be normal, but fate states otherwise. When he got bitten by a bioengineered spider, he started to get these spider-like abilities and stumbled upon the situation when he met the one and only Spider-Man, which is Peter Parker. He promises to teach Miles all he can so Miles can also be Spider-Man, but alas, he couldn't, since the Kingpin makes sure it won't happen. Ever. The same villain also responsible to opening the door to multiverse and accidentally let in other spider people to Miles' universe. Since these spider people cannot be in another universe for too long, and now all of the spider persons must find a way back to where they came from and close the door, while along the way, Miles must learn from scratch on how to be the one true great, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. As usual, if you haven't watched the movie, stop here. First off, let me tell you about the whole spider army that appears in this movie. There's Miles Morales, of course, who would be dubbed as Spider-Man at the end of the movie and is our main protagonist and the one with the most character development compared to the others. Then there's Peter Parker, the Spider-Man before Miles in the same universe but died since Kingpin killed him. Third one is Peter B. Parker, which is an older Spider-Man from a different universe who will end up as Miles' teacher. And Spider-Gwen, or as we know it, Spider-Woman, Gwen Stacy from another universe who ends up having spider powers and possibly Miles' love interest. Possibly. The other spider people include Spider-Noir, Penny Parker and her robot Spider, I think that's what her robot called, but I will write how to spell it out here because it's definitely not the right spelling. And Spider-Ham, which is a cartoon pig with spider powers. One of the first things that I want to talk to you about is obviously the storyline that I just fell in love with. It is just perfection. The flow of the story is just right. We get to see Miles from not knowing anything and being this insecure even though capable student and son, his struggles with his parents, his relationship with Uncle Aaron, which makes the man's death worthwhile. Him trying to learn about his powers and then failing and then succeeding, then become the Spider-Man. We felt his ups and downs through this movie very vividly, and I am so thankful for that. Means there's no hole in his story, and we get to enjoy it thoroughly and see Miles Morales as your typical teenager with his own sets of problems, but once having his powers, must be able to use it and realize his true calling. Then there's the use of multiverse. I, for one, is always fascinated about the possibility of multiverse. I like to think that another one of me in the different universe is a successful businesswoman, or maybe a brilliant CEO, who knows, or able to juggle glasswares and blow bubbles at the same time. It could happen. Multiverse means endless choices, and we can always use more choices in our lives. Plus, I'd be lying if I said I don't want to meet another version of myself. Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse managed to incorporate this part very smoothly and even bring some logic into it, like how the people from a different dimension cannot stay in another dimension for too long, even if they wanted to. And the introduction of the different characters from different universes is just so amazing and cheesy and fun. The whole thing is just brilliant and lovable. The graphics are also amazing. I feel like I'm in a moving comic book instead of just normal animation. They put such a great effort of making the effects beautiful and bright, but can still be watched by the audience. I mean, usually bright effects makes my eyes hurt, but in here it doesn't, so that's good. Also, the details that they have. There's the backwards advertisement with similar wordings and or logo of famous brands. And then there's the backwards saying of NYPD, because in Miles' universe, I'm pretty sure it is PDNY, Police Department of New York City, instead of New York City Police Department. It makes me feel like I'm in an obvious different universe, but still feel familiar. Oh, and if you notice, all of the characters has different art type. Like Penny Parker, he feels more like an anime, and obviously Spider-Ham is very cartoony, much like Looney Tunes. And the rest is, it's like your basic comic book character. Even though Spider-Noir is black and white, and the rest is in color. Then there's the characters, where all of them are amazing. First off, I honestly feel that everyone puts a lot of effort to showing that Miles Morales is not only African American, but also has a little bit of Latino blood. And it shows in the little things. The way his mom talks and how he answers, the songs, and truthfully, that's just some good representation of how actually diverse people in New York City. It's just a small thing, but I think it's important, that's all. Then there's two versions of Peter Parker, the more successful and the less successful, but still end up being a mentor as well. The differences are staggering, even though they are basically the same person, and it kind of shows the possibility that I talk about on multiverses, another better or worse version of you. And the latter version of Peter Parker really makes the storyline much funnier and lighter. Oh, and Uncle Aaron, he breaks my heart so much. His appearance was cut short by his death, but I can tell that regardless of his job, he puts his family first, and that is what important for Aaron and Miles himself. I honestly want to see what happened if he was alive. But if he's alive, then Miles wouldn't be Spider-Man. Oh, and one of the side characters that I love is Aunt May. She's in here just a badass, gorgeous piece of a woman who can actually fight back instead of just being this weak aunt that cannot do anything. And when she smacks that villain, I'm just like, yes, yes, queen. Get it. So, should you watch this movie? Duh. Yes, you should. The storyline, the characters, the music, the character growth, the beginning and the ending, all of them are amazing. And you are definitely in for a massive treat for all ages. So watch it, You won't regret it. This is actually something that is worth spending your money on. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my movie review. If you do like what you see, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. They are in my description below. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!